Welcome to KimMcGillis.com. My name is Kim, and I wanted to showcase a collection that is part of the mini catalog. So it's on page 52 and 53 of the mini catalog, and it's called Garden Walk. I love this collection because it features beautiful colors that are warm for fall cards or any crafty projects. Also, the stamp set could be used all year long because it has different greetings. So we will be playing with this collection now. So let's get started. This is the stamp set. So it does have a Christmas wish, a birthday wish, any special day wish, and a best wishes for the future. So kind of versatile that you could use it all year long. It also has a coordinating punch, which is this one, and we'll be using it to make our cards today. I fell in love with the designer series paper. It's a 6x6 paper. There are 6 sheets of 8 different designs, and you can see both sides. I do have some favorites. I love blue, so some of these are just simply adorable. So we'll be creating with these different papers and different colors. This is one of my favorites too. So I focus on specific colors from the paper. We'll be playing with Pool Party, Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, Calypso Coral, and Petal Pink. So those are my 5 featured colors that are really pulled out from the collection. The same collection also has these beautiful pearls and pink tones, pretty peacock tones, different tones. And they are called blooming pearls. If ever you don't have blooming pearls, what you could also do is color with our stamping blends, and that would also make the pearls the color that you wish. So that's kind of a little tip. I also featured a second product called Deckled Circle Dies, and they are also part of the mini catalog, so we will be using these as well. And the Wanted to Say dies, which have adorable, huge greetings this is part of the annual catalog. So this is also going to be showcased today. I was supposed to design 3 cards, but there was 4 greetings that were part of those dies. So I decided to design 4. So the first card is called Feel Better Soon. Second card is Happy Birthday. The third card is called Celebrate, and the fourth is You're Too Kind. So these are my 4 cards, and when you order from me, from my store, a $60 order before tax and shipping or more, you get these designs. These cards already pre-cut for you. They're called Card in the Mail, and everything is pre-cut, and I send them to you free as a gift with a video as well as a PDF instructions. So let's get started with the first card. My first one will be this card called You're Too Kind. I'll get the little pieces out. So you will require a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4.5. And sorry, 4 1/4. And the reason for that is for your card base. So I've already pre-scored this one, but I still like to use my bold folder to give it an extra crisp fold. So we got this, and then this piece will be my top layer, and it is also a basic white piece that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I like to pop them up with my dimensions just because I just liked when my cards stand out a little bit more. So this is something that we will do as well. You will also need a piece of Pool Party that will be 3 1/4 by 4 4.5, and little pieces from that Garden Walk DSP. You'll need 4 3 by 1 inch. So we have these all here. I'll use my multi-glue to stick these on. And before gluing them on, let's pick a pattern. It's so difficult. They're all beautiful. So I'm gonna go with this pattern, more like in the tones of blues today. And we'll add it to our Pool Party paper. Now I'm going to do the end one. And we'll just place this one here. What I love about this glue is you have a little bit of time to move it around if ever it's not settled in the exact position of where you wanted it. Oops. Here we go. Now let's set this on top of the other card. It's not the card base, but the exact other piece of cardstock. Here we go. I'm not going to mount it right away on top just because I want to do my featured items for the top part. So we'll just set this aside. I'm gonna take out my emboss and cut machine. And we're gonna take out our plates. Now this is the fun part. Part of the annual catalog, they have these adhesive sheets. And this is what I'm gonna be using today to be able to mount my greetings. Because there's 2 different layers, I want it to be sticky, and I'm not going to use my multi-purpose glue because then my fingers will be all sticky. So great tip, you would love. This is something you need to add in there just because it is so practical. So what I'll be doing is I'll be doing my greetings for every single wishes for my 4 cards. It's just gonna go easier there. And then I'm gonna do the background portion with my basic white cardstock. So all the greetings will be done for all cards. There we go. So happy birthday, celebrate, you're too kind. They are all here. These are the background images. So those are ready to go. I also have another one, which is I think my favorite. It's too cute. It's called Feel Better. So we have these. I'll set this aside and then we'll do the other part with the adhesive. So I've already cut a little piece of adhesive. We're going to be using the pretty peacock cardstock. You'll see there's two different folds, so I could remove this portion here, and then one of my trick is to just place it directly on the cardstock right away. So then no sticky fingers. I could remove my second layer and then glue this part, and then the third layer like this. I place my pieces here, and then I'm gonna add all these die cuts right on top and roll it through. So no more sticky fingers. So happy birthday. Celebrate. You're too kind is in 3 different pieces. And the feel better. Here we go. You can hear my dog Riley in the background. That's like, Mommy, let's go outside. So the adhesive is here on the back. Now we'll set these dies aside. So I'm going to show you how to mount these. First of all, I would want to poke these pieces out with my pick a tool. Like this. Perfect. So they are all removed. Then I would take again my pick a tool to remove the adhesive backing from the actual die cut piece of cardstock. So it's quite easy. You just peel it off like this. And then we'll be able to mount it on this portion here. I just simply adore the greetings on cardstock. Was looking for large greetings, and then I didn't have any as stamped images, but then I found these part as dies that I had just ordered. So I was like, this is going to be perfect for my cards today. So here we go, and then I'm just going to poke out the extra little pieces that I hadn't poked up. So there you have it. It is so simple, no sticky fingers. It is just a dream. I was so excited. And I've already done a couple just so you get to see what they look like with the other words. So we have feel better soon, you're too kind, celebrate, and then I also have a happy birthday. There we go. So they're all here. So let's get started with this card. And I am going to mount it just because I want it on dimensionals a bit higher to make them stand out even more. So I have this little box where I keep all my adhesives in there and bring them with me. So let's grab this one here. So we're gonna use your toucan. And I want it solid. I don't want it to move or anything, so I'm gonna add lots of dimensionals. So here we go, just like this. Voila, so cute. And then there's a bunch of different ribbons, like part of the catalog. I do like a couple, and I did do this class on my Facebook Live. So part of the collection was the Calypso trim, which we used yesterday as well. And I also used the white ribbon, the one that's shiny. So the white iridescent ribbon could be an option, Calypso Coral as well. Those are two that are part of that. And I did go ahead and color it with the blends using the Pretty Peacock. So that's that nice white iridescent ribbon. So I just want to change things up a little bit. We might want to add it somewhere here or use the white ribbon. That could be an option. Both would be darling. So this one is already colored with my blends. I could add it here or maybe just tie a little thread in there. I could also use the other one, which is the trim. Calypso Coral, that could be pretty too. Or just leave the ribbon white. So let's do this one. And I just did 4 loops back to back to make it a bit more fluffy. Here we go. And then we could add it here. And I would use a mini glue dot to pop it up. And just add it on top here. So these templates and designs that I've created with these cards could be used with any DSP that you have. It's just a great pattern. So if you want to use your designer series paper, these 4 cards are just perfect for that. So we're going to add a little bit of bling, maybe here. I like the little baby ones. And I always like to go in odd number pair instead of pairs. Here we go. So card number 1 is done. So I have it in different patterns. You get to see with white ribbon or Calypso ribbon. Just let me know in the comments which ones that you prefer, white ribbon or not. So this is card number 1. We're already done. Let's focus now on card number 2. Card number 2 is using the punch. So I've gone ahead and already pre-punched the images for you. And we will also be needing like a piece of cardstock that's 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. We'll be needing this piece here that's going to go on top, and it's with basic white as well, and it's 4 by 5 1/4. I've added a little scrap piece here and here, sorry, for different greetings. And then I got all my little pieces that are pre-cut. And I still use the Garden Walk Designer Series paper for it. So first thing, try to layer, like where do you want your pieces? What do you want it to look like? It's like wallpaper, you know, you don't want the pattern to be everywhere like the same way, so you might move them around to make sure that it's not equal. This could be a cute one. We could move this one forward. Add one like this. And maybe one like this. See, you want to move them around to know which one you prefer. So I don't like that there's two patterns that are like floral here, so I might want to change that up a little bit and use a different side, or this one could go here. Here we go. This is exactly the pattern that I wanted. So I had to play a little bit with it. The other option, remember we're using like the celebrate greeting, could be to stamp an image and put this part. Instead of putting a circle, you could remove this one and then just add a white piece. That could be an option as well. But I think for today's card, I'm just gonna add this one here. Love this color combo, perfect. So just gonna add glue to the bottom portion because I'll be cutting the other part. So I don't want glue everywhere. And we still wanna leave like strips of white around there. And then we'll add one here. I don't want it to be equal to the other side. This one here. And I might not have a spot for this one. Am I doing blue? No, I'm gonna do more of a calypso color here. Perfect. And might add a little baby strip here. There we go. So I'm gonna pull this part, we're gonna flip it around, and then we're gonna cut the excess, what's going overflowing from our back piece of cardstock. There we go. So these are extra little pieces. I just want to wipe my surface here. There we go. Okay, so this is already ready to mount. I'm going to use my dimensionals. So we already have 2 cards done in very little time. I'm going to use the bones of my dimensionals. I always use these. I don't know if you do, but I just find it goes so well. So we're just going to mount this on top, and look how pretty this is. We've already gone ahead and done our celebrate, so we will be adding that greeting as well. And we'll place it here. And like I said, we could have put celebrate it's your birthday and then simply add like our bow on this side. That could be a cute option. Or I could go ahead and stamp "Enjoy Your Special Day" from that stamp set. I feel now that I want to pop it up and look at this just to make it different from my other cards. So I'm doing like a last minute change in my design, and we'll be just popping this up here. It's kind of cute. I'm going to see if I can make it stand out from the other DSP that's right underneath, just to showcase a little bit of the other one. There we go. Yeah, it's just popping up beautifully. And then we'll add some ribbon. Now, when I use the other one it's called the iridescent ribbon, I found that it made like a super fluffy bow, and the harder you pull, the better I find that it is. So I think instead I'm gonna switch it around and use that bow instead of the calypso, because I just want it to stand out. We were talking yesterday about fluffy bows. Well, this is like the perfect fluffy bow, and I just think that this card deserves a fluffy bow. And then I'll use the other bow as their simple bow for the other card. So like this, and then we still have to add our bling. Our pearls. I'm a pearl girl. I just love pearls. So we will be adding a couple of pearls too. So I'm just going to remove this one and add this one here. So this one is part of the It's Your Birthday, but we could have used the Enjoy Your Special Day as well. It could have been a cute one to do. I'll show you what it would have looked like using Pretty Peacock ink. So I could have changed the ink color as well. But that also could have been an option. So if you wanted, you could have used this one like we did for this card, or It's Your Birthday. But I kind of find it cute as well. So different options. And then you have the iridescent white ribbon here. And let me just get my other one. And a white ribbon, just plain white. And then we have it also with the Calypso Coral. So a couple of different options. And then I still want to add a couple pearls again. I'm not sure where I want to add it. Oh, maybe here. Actually, I find maybe tone on tone would look cute too. Voila. So there you have it in white with the Calypso Coral blue ribbon and then in the iridescent. So card number 2 is done. Now we'll focus on card number 3. Card number 3, I've changed my angle of cards. So we're using a piece of 4 1/4 by 11. It's also in basic white. And just gonna fold it at 5.5. Our second piece is gonna be Pool Party 3 3/4 by 5. And then we'll be needing a couple of pieces of designer series paper. So 2 will be at 1 3/4 by 3 1/4. And then 2, do I want to leave a space on this one to do a different pattern? Maybe, we'll see. And then 2 will be at 1.5 by 1 3/4. That's a cute design. I like this. So this pattern specifically was one of the challenges from Stampin' Up! On their Instagram account. So that is where I got the layout of them. But then we could use any DSP that we wanted to, but I just thought, you know what, this is a great idea to do part of this card. So that's why it became 4 designs instead of 3, sorry. Just gonna move it a little bit further, closer to me. I'm a bit crooked, but it really won't show. And then I'll add this one on top. I think when they designed their layout, there was no space. And I did do it with no space on the others, but for this one, I wanted to create some spacing in between. So this piece, I put it a little bit crooked, but it really doesn't matter. This is what it is. We design however we want. There's no place for mistakes. Everything is good. So I'll be adding these dimensionals and then adding this right on top here. I've already pre-made my happy birthday so that, well, we've done it together actually a bit earlier, but still some of these have been assembled ahead of time. And we're just gonna mount them. Right here. Perfect. I'm trying to think if I'm going to use the blue ribbon instead, just to do different, because I've already made this card before and I have it with the Calypso right here. And do I have it in the white ribbon? Let's see. I believe I do. I have it in a white ribbon too, so I feel like I want to do a little blue ribbon. I don't know if I have twine up here though. Let's see. Do I have some twine? Because I sometimes keep, see, I got some twine. I do keep extra pieces. I got like this little stash that I keep extra pieces of ribbon that I've cut apart. I feel like I'm a ribbon lover and I don't want to throw them in the garbage. So I keep all these extra little pieces. So again, remember, I've colored this with the blends. And if ever you're new to stamping, a blend is this type of marker, and it's alcohol based, so it takes on my ribbon. And I think I'll just poke a little knot, but I could have done a bow as well. Here we go. And I'm gonna use a mini glue dot and mount it right here. That's different and cute. Maybe I'll add that bow on top. We'll see. Think about it. But there you have it. And we're gonna add more of those little pearls. There we go. Maybe, I don't know, here. I'm gonna start to run out. I've been using so many. It'll be time for another order. Here we go. Okay, so we've got in pretty peacock ribbon using the iridescent white. Another white ribbon here. My bow needs a bit of fluffing. And then we also have it in calypso coral. So card number 3 is done. Now let's do the last one. I love this. So again, you'll grab a piece of basic white cardstock, 4 1/4 by 11 that you score at 5 1/2. And you'll use a piece of 3 by 5 as a scrap that we need for later. Lots of little strips. These are 1/2 inch by 6, and you'll need this to mount on top. So this piece is a basic white as well, and we will be using it. It's a 4 by 5 1/4. So first things first, it will be to grab this little piece. You want to add the glue on that piece here and not on the designer series paper. So I'm going to add my first piece right here. And my second just on top. Trying to pick some patterns here. Let's use this one. And it's quite simple. You just do one after the next. So couldn't you see this with any type of designer series paper? It's so easy. And you're using all your stash. It's kind of fun. So I'm assuming if I have a piece of 6 by 6, I'm able to cut all of these and then reuse them on the other side for another card. We've already used this one. I might reuse this one because it's one of my favorites. It's okay to reuse the same design. There we go. I think I'm good. I won't use that last step. So now comes those beautiful dies, those beautiful new circle dies. They're called Deckled circle dies in the mini. They are huge. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna grab the third one in there. And how you're gonna place it is like this. I'm gonna take out my cutting machine. Before I do that though, you know what? I will cut all of these little pieces off, or else it's gonna be, I can't place both underneath there. So here we go. It's gonna be much easier this way. And then you decide what size you want your half circle to be. This is exactly what it looks like. Adorable. So these are our extra pieces that I could use for another project or card. And then we're gonna mount this right here. Again, I'll be using lots of my little bones, excess dimensionals. There we go. I'm going to take out our Feel Better Soon greeting. And then just add it on top here. And I do want it, do I want it to touch? Yes, I want to layer it just a little bit. I'm going to pick those calypso or pinkish pearls and add them here and there, like this. We're going to mount it on our card base. And this is our fourth design. So I couldn't stop at 3 designs. I really wanted to make a fourth. So it's a little bit more work this time around, but it's bonus. You get different patterns to choose from. So this one was with the white ribbon. This one was the white iridescent ribbon. And then we could use it also with the blue or calypso. Those could be great options as well. So this one could be the calypso ribbon. What's trim? It's called trim. Maybe this is a bit too high. Let's switch it like this. There you have it. Feel Better cards. So I hope you like my projects today. So many options. We'll get the birthday one out. And on my blog, I think it was with the other ribbon. I did like this one. Switch this up so you get 2 with the white ribbon and 2 with the calypso. So there you have it. Simple cards made, great ideas to use your DSP. If you place an order from now until September 24th and use my shopping code, you get to have these designs, patterns, and the PDF that goes with it. If your order is $60 before shipping and tax, you will get this beautiful card by mail sent to you directly to your door. And also, if you place a $75, then you get that extra embellishments. So the embellishments could be ribbon, pearls, maybe even some DSP. So there are that would be my extra little gift for you. So I hope you liked my cards today and that you will be trying this technique. Please let me know. It's kind of a great idea to have these different patterns and that you could use any type of designer series paper and do the exact same thing. Have a great day. Bye-bye.